now so you don't forget? Easier. So what Marty's going to do is in the live stream. Welcome everyone to OWinners webinar. We just had lovely music done by Jerry Tamfor. His professional name is DJ Skipper. We want to thank him because he does a lovely job of serenading us. We don't record it because of the YouTube regulations, but if you come on time, you'll be blessed by listening to his music. So thank you again, Jerry Tamfor. So our topic tonight is the impact of ONPASSIVE on the internet space. And we're going to begin with our speaker, Mike Ellis, followed by Marty DeGarmo. So take it away, Mr. Mike Ellis. Glad to have you here.
Okay, Lynn, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a very, very broad topic, impact on the internet space. To start with, the name of this group is just absolutely perfect. OWinner. And everybody that's here, everybody that's in ONPASSIVE right now, you're absolutely a winner. And it's because of that impact that all of us are going to win in a very, very big way. You know, Marty, Dan, and I, we've been online for, I don't know, 12 years, 15 years. Marty probably knows that better than I do. And, you know, when we first came online, compared to what's going on today, it was pretty rudimentary. It wasn't that difficult to know what you had to do, and learning how to do it was a little bit more difficult. But over time, we learned what it took to come on and build a business online. And ONPASSIVE, it truly is revolutionary. What it's doing for people, and I think that the major impact for the individuals that are here tonight and those that are going to be listening to this webinar, it took Marty, Dan, and I probably, I'd say, a good 8 years to figure out what we needed to do and how to do it. It was a very long and arduous journey. And what Mr. Mufareh has done literally has leveled the playing field. And it doesn't matter who you are, what kind of background you have, how old you are, young, old, middle, it doesn't matter. Because of what Mr. Mufareh has done, you can come into ONPASSIVE as we go into the product launch to the global market. And literally, you can be as good a marketer as Marty, as Dan, as myself, and some of the other people that are on this webinar. That's what Mr. Mufareh has done. And when you talk about an impact, when you're able to do that for individuals, for us, all of a sudden, those individuals can come in, go to work with ONPASSIVE, and actually build an income, residual income, and wealth online. That in itself is something that has never been able to be said online before. A company actually being able to take the individuals coming in and participating, and the majority of them, and when I say the majority of them, I think it's 99%. I never say 100% because there's always someone out there that is sleeping and just misses the boat. But the majority of us are going to be able to come online, use the products of ONPASSIVE, or ONPASSIVE is going to use them for you, and be at that place where you can actually develop an income. That is so unique, so rare online. If you don't look at anything else ONPASSIVE is doing, and everything that ONPASSIVE is doing is extraordinary, and I mean everything. But if you just look at that, what it will do for you individually over time, to be able to really take care of that bottom line. And Marty and Chris have been using a term, I can't remember what it was, or I would use it, but you're literally able to build a residual income and really make a difference in your life, in your family's life, and in your community. So as I look at what ONPASSIVE has done, and I've known this for a very, very long time. I mean, this was one of the concepts Ash had 4 years ago. But what he's done today over the last 4 years, he's taken that concept and literally put it on steroids. I just believe that the people that are participating today, everybody that's here, over a short period of time, you're going to be in a position that most of us have never been in before, where finance is it's just not an issue. And from there, yeah, you can actually start living the life you want to live. And that's a really, really cool thing when people can wake up in the morning and really decide their schedule. Where do they want to go? What do they want to do? How do they want to do it? To have the mobility, the time freedom, the financial freedom, all of those things. That's what's available with ONPASSIVE today. So when I think about the impact of ONPASSIVE, that's what I think about, how it's going to impact each and every one of us in a very, very major way. I think above and beyond anything that Ash has done, that one concept of you coming in and ONPASSIVE forcing you to be successful is the one concept that has allowed the founders, those individuals participating, to grow to the number that they are. And it doesn't end there. As we go into the product launch to the global market, people will still be looking at ONPASSIVE, and we'll talk about the resellers being able to come in and participate. And because ONPASSIVE is going to come in with such a bang, so big, individuals are going to be able to come in, even though they didn't come in initially. They're seeing what's happening. They come in. The opportunity is as fresh and as good for them day one as we go into the product launch as it was for all of us when we came in, whether it's 4 years ago, 2 years ago, or just came in yesterday. Ash Mufareh, what he's done for us, what he's doing with ONPASSIVE, it's a done deal. And obviously, Ash is coming on tomorrow and doing a webinar for all of us. Very exciting times. I'm interested to see what he's going to say, and I know whatever he says, it's going to be awesome. And a young lady used the term epic. I love that. I love that term epic. Because it describes ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is epic, and of course, when Ash comes on, it's always epic. So that's my input to the impact of ONPASSIVE. There's so much more, and the tech guys and Marty and some of the other people, I'm sure they'll get into other things. Everything impacts the internet that ONPASSIVE is doing. But for me, impacting lives, those simple concepts that Ash shared with us 4 years ago, they're as real today as they were four years ago. In fact, they're even more real. They're about ready to be implemented. That's where we all want to be. So I'll turn it back over to you, Lynn, I think. And yeah, that's where I'm at.
Great. Thank you. That was very powerful. As you said, there's so many more impacts, but you can't say it all in one day, right? There's so many good things, but thank you very much. All right, next we're going to move on to Marty DeGarmo. And Marty, could you pass the host to me? And he's going to speak next. And I'll make him a co-host. There we go. All right, thank you, Marty. Go ahead.
Well. I'm glad Mike went first, actually. Yeah, the impact it's going to have, I have no idea. But I know this, it'll be bigger than anything we've ever seen since online has been around the early 90s, late 80s. One of the things I was thinking about is, we always heard about the correction to corruption. And I don't mean corruption, the guy's got a gun to you or something like that. There's a lot more corruption, especially online. Well, both actually, but online, as far as when Mike said that it's an even playing field. That bothered me the most when I got online in 2004, 18 years ago. Didn't see it right away. It took a while because I was trying to find my way, how does this all work? But the more I got involved, the more I saw where 98% of the people online that are looking to make money, trying to do stuff for their family, I mean, it's what everybody was doing, that 98% of them are fueling 2% and fueling companies. They're coming, they're going, they're leaving, they're losing money, they got stuff they really can't afford. They don't have the skills, they're not taught the skills. And on top of that, you get into a company and they say, well, go to this webinar, buy this tape, go to this class, and they all cost money. Come to this big seminar. Oh, you got to get the hotel room, you do all that stuff, and they get you all roused up, right? I mean, you start talking to people everywhere, right? That lasts about a week, 2 weeks. Then reality sets in and you realize that you don't have the skills. You just don't have what it takes. That's nothing to do with being smart. Who has time to learn this business of marketing in a part-time world? I mean, some people got 2 jobs, 3 jobs, single parents. Nobody has that time. It's that simple. Nobody has that time. That drove me insane. First, I was looking at it for myself. Okay, I got to learn these things. You guys know the story. I'm not going to get into that. But teamed up with Mike and them, and we started learning how to market. Oh, this is so cool. But I lost my way. We lost our way in a way that when we could do what we could do, we might have moved up into the 1 or 2 or 3%. I'm still leaving everybody behind. I can't bring anybody with me. ONPASSIVE has broke that glass ceiling. It's absolutely smashed it. Why? Because everybody here, everyone, is going to come in. We're going to pay our initial package, right? Whatever that is. By the way, Ash lowered that so everybody in the planet can get in. There'll be different packages. And the ball starts rolling. The hardest, heaviest part of the company, the hardest part in marketing, online, offline, I don't care where, the company's going to do it for us. And I'm thinking, that is so, it's a bomb by itself. It's a big boom, as you hear me say. It's a boom all by itself. And to know that all of us, no matter where you're at, from Papua New Guinea, South Africa, Indonesia, Australia, Canada, US, whatever, we all said somewhere in this last 4 years, I want to do that. And then knowing what we know now, even if we know 1%, my God, it's going to change our lives forever. I believe that. It can't not do that. The ingredients of ONPASSIVE makes it impossible not to be massive, absolutely massive. You don't make 20 or 30 independent companies on one platform that are all unicorn companies and say, I hope we do well. Listen, it's not about just the product, although I don't think anybody will touch our product. Ash did something to the internet. This is one of the biggest impacts of all, is he focused on the customer. And he said, I'm going to give them value. When they go to look at ONPASSIVE and the tools and they say, hey, there's something like Zoom, and they found out it's 10 times better, 90% cheaper, and it's unlimited. That's who Ash is looking at. Because he didn't come in as a so-called capitalist where I want to make as much as I can, I want to build my business, and then I'm going to go public, and they're going to pay me $4 or $5 billion, and I'll be set for the rest of my life. And they'll put me on the board, and we'll just cruise along. Not him. And thank God every day I do that's not him. He didn't do it for the money, for himself. Ash has no problems for making money. He is the 1 or 2%, the 1%. He has no problems making money online. But he felt the same way about, how do I bring people with me? And as you break through all these barriers, you find out the business online is rigged against you. They do not care that 98% fail, long as they win. What's going to happen when ONPASSIVE comes into the world? People are going to pay later. You guys saw that in the back office. This is what that means. Companies, and the tech guys can tell you this. I talk to them every day. Big companies, ones you know by name, you know them top of your head, are going to have to pay and repair. It has nothing to do with us coming and trying to knock people out. People have a decision to make. Do you want value, top of the line products, AI, you can make money and the company does all the heavy lifting for you? Or do you want to pay outrageous prices for something that they added a different color and you pay $300 more for it? It's not Einstein here. This is basic. And Ash knows how people think and companies think. Yes, they're arrogant. Yes, they're sitting around the table now. What's the big deal? Trust me, the impact on the internet, people will be shaking in their boots because you have to change this philosophy of business. Nobody wants to do that because the philosophy of business in Russia, China, United States is how much can I make and how cheap can I make it? That's fact. Go anywhere, that's fact. Ash says, how do I make the best of the best and give that guy right there and that woman right there the best value they've ever seen in their life? In fact, if they'd like to build a business with us, we'll invite them in. So the impact online will be something you guys have never seen. Take pictures, get a diary started, because not only are you going to be reading about it, we are part of it. People will walk up to everybody here in 2 years and 3 years, and you'll be somewhere, and a conversation will come up about ONPASSIVE, and you'll hear it from complete strangers. And they say, yeah, you say, yeah, that's a beautiful company. Oh, you know? Yeah, I'm a founder. Get your pen out. You're going to be signing autographs. And that's not why we did it. But I'm telling you, people are going to look and say, well, why would I want to do it? Right now, up to this point, the last 150, 200 years, the industrial age, it was make as much money as you can and build it as fast as you can. In a very short amount of time, Ash is taking the world and flipping it upside down. So don't be surprised if it gets cold down south. Don't be surprised if it gets cold down south. And we all get to be part of it for a very joke figure of $97. I'm telling you, and I know most of you know I'm singing to the choir, but the impact it's going to have, think about what you're thinking. Think about all those companies and what they do. And here comes this behemoth, I like that word, into the market and says, we have what they have, 40% cheaper, unlimited, no tricks. You don't get in and say in the small print is the nasty. Hey, you really want it good, pay me an extra 50. You'll never see that in ONPASSIVE. You'll never see Ash Mufara go to public and put us on the stock market. He's not in it for the money. We are the happiest, luckiest people that ever lived the planet. Listen, somebody above loves you. Trust me. Somebody above loves us all. And watch it happen. We get to watch this happen. I'm telling you right now, and I don't mean to talk this long, but I talk a lot, and my grandkids are quiet, so I'm going to talk. When they went to Burj Khalifa, that is the playground for CEOs and presidents of companies. Big dogs. Big dogs. Guarantee, while these little flashes are being taken pictures of the Burj Khalifa and the sign going up and subconsciously, subliminally going, what the hell is ONPASSIVE? They're going back to board meetings in Texas, in New York, in Silicon Valley. And somebody brings up a CEO. Does somebody mind telling me what ONPASSIVE is? Oh, don't worry about it. I just saw their name fly up to Burj Khalifa. And I drove down their main street and I see signs everywhere I go. It made me sick. So I said, well, let's take these. Let's go skating. Biggest sign in the world. There it is. ONPASSIVE. New sheriff in town, and we're part of it. What impact we're going to have? Amazing impact, and we're all part of it. That's the most amazing part. We're not looking at it. We're in it. We're not watching it as bystanders. We're in it. One thing Chris Johnson said the other day. I don't mean one thing like he's never said anything smart, but this was extraordinary. He made up a sentence and he said, breathable income. And I heard it from somebody else. I didn't hear it from him. I said, where'd you hear that from? Oh, it was Chris Johnson. And I thought about that. Breathable income. I remember I got married. I was 20. My wife was 16. No, she wasn't pregnant. Anyway, she was 16. We built a family really, really fast. Much faster than I built an income. And I remember many, many years, I was going to say months, but I don't want to lie, many, many years getting to the end of the month and having a lot more months and a lot more bills than I did money. And that's what's going on now all over the world. And we hear the other day from Mike Williams that billions of people are living on $10 a day. What happens to those people when they double that? What happens to those people when it's 100 times that? What's going to happen to the internet? There's your answer. You empower people to be free, and they can breathe. Breathable incomes means you can breathe. Double your salary. That means you have no bills. You made enough money to pay everything that you have now. Trust me. There'll be a heavy weight taken off your chest and your shoulders, and you'll be breathing freely. That's breathable income. Absolutely love it. And you can go beyond that. You can help other people breathe easy. That's all I got.
That was fabulous. Marty, that was really good. That revved me right up. So many things we covered, all good points. All right, next we're going to go on to Collins Mana. He's going to be speaking with us. Come on down, Collins.
Thank you, Lynn. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? All right, that's good. Oh, Maddie, he just blew our mind today again. And Mike Ellis, that was really, really great. You know, when Maddie and Mike Ellis and Maddie was speaking, I was just like thinking about a lot of things. And it came, I was just taking down notes, and I'm just like, wow, this is really crazy. So I just want to greet everyone here. You know, I know it's late here, but again, because of ONPASSIVE, we have to be here. You know, when Brother Oliver called me and said, are you going to come? And I said, I hope I don't fall asleep. And I just set my alarm and I said, all right, I'll come. Went to bed early and I said, you know what, I have to come because normally, especially Tuesday, today and Thursday is like, it's like crazy, always crazy day for us when it comes to our company. But I said, no matter what, I have to be here. I don't care how early, I'll still wake up again. Yeah, so the topic is ONPASSIVE, the internet shakeup. It's a very broad topic, as Maddie said. And if we look at what our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, said on the South African webinar, you know, he made a statement. He said, we are preparing to launch the biggest business ever with the most revolutionary impact, you know, impact including the past and the present and possibly the future. We are about, you know, to launch. What really hit me was launch the biggest business ever with most revolutionary products. You know, that word is like, we're talking about shaking the global internet space, or you can call it market or whatever. You know, this is really massive. And when Maddie was like speaking and Mike Ellis, after Mike Ellis spoke, you know, I look at ONPASSIVE again, the way ONPASSIVE will be big, you know. And I take down this note where I was just thinking, I said, ONPASSIVE is set to create the biggest change, you know, mankind have ever seen. That's still the same what Ash Mufara said. ONPASSIVE is set to create it. You cannot create it if you cannot build something disruptive. You cannot shake up the internet. Most IT company, if they want to shake up the internet, they must create something disruptive, you know. And to create something like this, only mad people like Mr. Ash Mufara will do this, to shake up the global internet, because some of these companies, they do it in a smaller scale. Yeah, they are doing well. But to shake up the entire globe, you must be a mad person like Mr. Ash Mufara, in a good way, to do that. I remember Madi said something about Elon Musk when he talked about landing spaceship, you know, on Earth in a small boat while the wave is moving. A lot of people said this man is a mad person. It can't be done. You know, when we talk about the discovery of light, Madi talk about that. Discovery of light, a lot of people said no, the light will even consume us. You know, but today we have light. You must be crazy. You must think abnormal to be normal. If you want to shake up the internet, you must be really crazy to create something that have never seen, you know, because a lot of things are there. By the time you say something, one person said, look, we have it there. So how will yours be different from the others we've seen? You must be able to go somewhere else and drive people differently. And the way we are now, especially you look at the 5.5 billion internet users and the way we consume things digitally and physically, you know, you must do something that will move people, that will wow a lot. And we look at the way technology is modernized. They are talking about artificial intelligence, which is something that is in the market. For you at this particular time not to use artificial intelligence, then you are really sleeping in the wrong side. Because most webinar, again, I've mentioned this. I said, if businesses cannot go according to time, you'll be left behind. What happened to Nokia? Nokia refused to change. You know, they were out of the market. They were the best phone provider. What happened? They are gone. Apple had only 5.5% share at that time of the global market. Nokia had about 90%. But today, no Nokia. 6 years later, Nokia disappeared because they refused to innovate. You know, and they cried, but that's how the world is. So you either change or you'll be left behind. But we are talking about ONPASSIVE coming with disruptive technology and functionality driven by AI. I look at things up and they were talking about how machine learning will change things. Machine learning do what? It reads data, big data, you know, translate data like human beings, because all of us are data. And most of us cannot even manage data. The only way you can do is through machine learning, where machine can behave like humans. Mr. Ash Mufara look at it and think ahead and say, you know what? If I don't go via the direction of artificial intelligence, there is no way I can create anything disruptive. For you to be able to create anything disruptive, you must try to, you know, look at artificial intelligence, what it can do. And that's where we are. And then talking about machine learning, how machine learning would change business. It is the way of life now, machine learning. How machine can learn things and bring out things that are more dynamic and crazy. You know, this is where we are going. If we look at all our products, all embedded with what? Artificial intelligence and machine learning. That is where the disruptiveness will come. The crazy functionality where Mr. Ash Mufara is talking every day, we don't see it, but this is where technology is going. Most companies are struggling to use artificial intelligence, but there's no way, because it wasn't designed to do that. What they can do is they can only patch a little bit and then let go. I know about companies who are talking about single sign-on. This is the time they are even thinking about it. Where are we now? ONPASSIVE 3 years ago, Mr. Ash started thinking about a single sign-on. And if you want to talk about single sign-on now, it will take you 3 to 5 years for a company that has already been established to integrate. Because when we say it, they'll say, oh, come on, they have the product. Single sign-on is just one touch. No, it's not one touch. It's about making sure all the products can talk together via application programming interface. Put them together to talk. That is the most difficult part. You know, how can you make Maddie to relate with Mike Ellis, to relate with me, so that if Mike Ellis sends a signal, Maddie can know that, oh, this is coming from Mike Ellis. Mike Ellis is a product. Colin is a product. Maddie Digamo is a product. Standalone products. Make them to talk together. A lot of people don't know it is hard work. To make that integration will take at least 2 to 3 years. And if you can do that, then you start to think about single sign-on. How do I delete all the multiple sign-on and provide single sign-on, where if I sign in, I can see Matthew Digamo, see Mike Ellis, and they can function as a standalone product and then work together, you know, in a crazy way where you will never even believe that these products are all standalone products integrated together. It is madness. It is madness. And this is what will blow the whole world, single sign-on. You know, some companies are still thinking about it. They don't know how to do it. We are already 3 years away. 3 years away. I heard it in a seminar and I was just like thinking about ONPASSIVE. Collins, are you there? I was just saying, Collins, wake up, because my head was ONPASSIVE. I said, look, we are talking about single sign-on now, and ONPASSIVE is already 3 years above this. And I was thinking about our technology. How do we bring all of these things together? It is not easy. Not an easy task. You will break everything, because the moment you try to make Mike Ellis to talk to Matthew Digamo, understand that something will break. They will say, no, I don't know Matthew Digamo. That's how machine works. No, I don't know. And you have to fix it. You either destroy a technology, you fail and your customer run away, go to the next business or go to someone who can provide it, or you leave it alone to work that way, because that's how it was designed. But we are talking about ONPASSIVE, because we are already there. Mr. Ashmofara looked straight into all of these products and said, you know what? I will make something disruptive. They are already in the market, but I will change the game. ONPASSIVE is a game changer. And when it comes, it will blow the whole world, because you will look at it and say, my goodness, which idea is this? Who is this man? People will be looking at the product and thinking about, we want to see this man, the man who designed this, Mr. Ashmofara, because it is something. When he always said, it has never been done before. This is true, 100% true, never been done before. So I will leave it there. Thank you, Lynn, for allowing me to speak. Thank you.
That was incredible. Yeah, never been done before. And I agree, we're all in a good place. No complaints from me. My life is forever changed, and humanity will forever be uplifted because of ONPASSIVE. Thank you very much. Next, we go on to Bob Takusi. You can take the floor now, Bob Takusi. You can go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Greetings from Des Moines, Iowa. That's where I'm at right now. I just want to first of all thank everyone, all those who have sent me and my family messages of condolences. Really appreciate you. Thank you, Brother Madi, Oliver, and Tilene, and all those who've made this webinar possible today. All our guests. It's good to be here. I'm Bob Takusi. I'm your friend. Thank you also to Brother Mike Ellis. Mike Ellis, appreciate you, brother. Thank you. So I'm just going to be really brief. I just thought it worthwhile at least to show up in this webinar. This is our awesome platform. Thank you to Collins for staying up this late to give us the energy. It fills us with energy as we so deservingly need. So our topic is the impact of ONPASSIVE in the internet space, or the internet shakeup. Wow, those are very loaded words. Loaded words, guys. But let us remember, right now, almost 5 billion people are online. They go online every day. You're doing something. You need something. You're finding something. You're using your email, or We are all dependent online, and as the years go by, the more we are dependent on the internet, on that internet space that we're talking about tonight. So think about CADMO. Our CADMO, when you think about ONPASSIVE and the internet space, you think about CADMO. That's just the thoughts that are coming to my mind. When you think about the internet space, you think about ONPASSIVE and you remember CADMO, that complete digital system that has been designed with love by Ash Mufareh, designed with love and compassion and hope. CADMO, complete digital system that is powered by artificial intelligence, targeted traffic to make money for all of us. But the beauty is that it's not only us, the founders, the users as well of ONPASSIVE, the companies, the businesses, everyone that will run into this new internet space, because we are moving to a new era, like my brother Collins just said. CEOs are scrambling around the world. I was also in a seminar about 3 months, 4-5 months ago, where top CEOs that we know, they are speaking and they are talking, but they are making projections to 2025. Ash Mufareh is there right now with us. Remember the video, our video, the video that he put in the back office. He was there for a long time in his page. The one that introduces our office in Hyderabad. It says equal opportunity for all, big or small. Every business, everyone, it doesn't matter how big or small that business is, needs artificial intelligence today. So it's going to build tomorrow's technology today. That's what Mr. Ash is doing. He's shaking up this internet space. We call it the rumble that we hear from the distance. It's coming. It's louder and louder. It's coming. Some people call it the internet quake. I call it a juggernaut for me. Or the avalanche that is going to crack. When that avalanche cracks, it takes everything on its way. That's ONPASSIVE. That's the internet space. That's how it's going to shake it up. You know, but the true secret of our ONPASSIVE, is her founder and the products. That is what drives the next economy, the next global economy. It is our founder, his entire mindset, and the value that he brings through his products. Our value is nothing to none. We are going to shake up the internet space, because even CEOs, like my brother Oliver says, CEOs are going to refer fellow CEOs and CIOs and vendor management managers. They're going to refer other vendor management colleagues to come to ONPASSIVE. That is where the value is, because of the value that we bring. Mr. Ash has said this is not reinventing the wheel. No, he's just taking existing technology, what we have right now, even though we have some physical products that we don't know of yet that are revolutionary, but he's taking what we have now and making it better. By so doing, that's the shake up. By making everything better, not only better, but cheaper. The price is going to be cheaper. That's the bottom line for every CEO. You want to spend the least amount of money, but for the most optimal, to get the most out of your expenses. So ONPASSIVE products gives our users what we call a good and soothing user experience. You know, I call it the exhilarating experience. I remember Antilin one time when I think Mr. Ash demonstrated one of our products, and Antilin being someone who is not really IT savvy, but she said just looking at the interface, I don't know if you remember, it was easy for her to understand the visualization, what you see in ONPASSIVE, what you see, look, don't take my word, look at what we've seen so far. Even now in the back office, look, the visualization, everything you are finding is there. You don't have to struggle to find what you're looking for. It's right there in front of you. That is what is going to give our users that exhilarating experience. And they will keep wanting more and more and more. And then we're going to keep getting them to come into our ecosystem, and eventually they will have that digital footprint that stays inside the ONPASSIVE ecosystem. which is the goal of our founder, Mr. Ashmu Farah, because he has said that every single founder, every single internet user is going to have a digital identity inside the ONPASSIVE ecosystem because of the user experience that you're going to receive from our products. You know, what can we say? Which product should we talk about? Every single one, from OConnect to Academy to OChat, OMail, ONet, which brings us the entire economy, the world together. Every single product of ONPASSIVE gives you that exhilarating user experience that will keep you wanting to come back for more and more and more. And ONPASSIVE is going to keep compounding her value to you. You know? So tonight, I did not have much to say. I just wanted to come in and add my voice to this webinar tonight. And I'm going to send it back to you, Auntie Lynn, and I'll say again, greetings to all my fellow OWinners from Des Moines, Iowa. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. I know it's been a rough few days for you and your family, having lost your father-in-law, but you know, we see your commitment when you made the time to come here, even with your schedule and with all the stressors. So I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Next, we go on to Oliver Fonte.
Yeah.
Oliver.
Yep. Hey, everybody. Good evening. Good morning. I want to thank everybody that are here today with us. I want to first thank Bob for your busy schedule, and you made it to be here also with us. Thank you, bro. Collins, thank you also for waking up 2 a.m. in the night UK time to be part of us. Mike Ellis, bro, thank you. You've always been here with us to share your ideas. That's wonderful. And the big bro, Madi Ligamo, thank you also for letting us in all the time. And Auntie Lynn, the mother of OPRO, will say thank you for being with us and taking us to places. And I want to thank all our people in the house. The impact of ONPASSIVE in the internet space. I want to thank all my brothers that they said it all. I'm just summarizing. Mr. Ashmu Farah is the craziest CEO that I've ever seen in my life. We the ONPASSIVians, we are the eagles at the top all the time. When you come, we fly. You come, we fly. You come, we extend. We go up. We are eagles. If you look at ONPASSIVE itself, standing from outside and just look at it, you know that the world is already like thirsty. CEO are thirsty because the world is also now in a recession. Yeah, I would say that. And presidents, prime ministers, they can't say it because it's going to mess them up. It's going to put panic, you know, to the country. But the recession is there. The CEO told us, and ONPASSIVE is going to be the stimulus, going to give the stimulus plan. Why do I say that? Because our products, our price is going to give them more money because it's going to be cost effective. Not only cost effective, it's going to increase productivity in their company when they get our products. Tell me which of those CEOs that are going to, that they will not buy OConnect for Zoom, you know, Cisco WebEx, Microsoft Teams. None of them, because all of them do have licenses that they pay extra. You know, limit them, but with ONPASSIVE, unlimited, no licenses. It's going to put more money into CEOs' their pocket, into companies' their pocket. CEOs will use that money, the excess money that they do have, for what? Raise. To give raise to the employees, pay bonuses. You know, employees will be happy. Productivity high. It's going to increase productivity in the company. So that alone is going to reduce that's the stimulus plan that our CEO do have for us. Come again, a debt-free company. We're going to the market, zero debt. We are not going to be in the stock market. Tell me which company, tech company that, that is the impact that the impact that ONPASSIVE is going to bring in the internet space. Look at our building in Burj Khalifa. The 2 floors, not offices, not part of the office, whole floor, but owned by ONPASSIVE. That is the internet shakeup. 1.4 million customers, resellers, founders own a domain account with website running on each of those domains. Dynamic, changes every day. Tell me if that is not the internet shakeup or the impact that ONPASSIVE is going to create in the world. Our structure alone is unspeakable. It's unspeakable. I know most universities are going to use our structure to teach business. Students will take them for the MBA classes, the master classes, business classes, because just the structure alone is a different dynamic. If you look again, we have control over everything from data center, domain account. We have control over everything. You come to ONPASSIVE Mall, virtual mall, you have everything that you want. Tell me if that is not going to create an impact in the world. A company that you come to buy one product, Academy, or mail, if you see yourself buying, the company will buy almost everything that they need. Cheaper price. That's a cost effective also that we are talking about. Look at our products. Like my brother Collins just mentioned, said all 100% automated, AI embedded, and in the integration. Collins did a good job explaining the integration part of it. Just that alone, we are at the top. Just that alone, we are at the top. Like the CEO, the CEO, there's something that he wrote in the back office. Pay now to play later, or play now to pay also later. When you look at that, please, with the amount of work, less than 5 years, ONPASSIVE, at this point that we are talking, by end of this month, we are going to have 9 products. 9. We are talking about 9. 9 by the end of August. 9 in less than 5 years or 4 years something. Yep. Tell me which company owned by ONPASSIVE. It's not owned by any other, owned by ONPASSIVE from scratch, from foundation up with a template. We are not buying products to revamp, to put to the market. No, it's our product. All those products, our product, ONPASSIVE products, from scratch, from foundation. You want to talk about the security? We have firewalls in multi-regions. You can't even get us. You want to talk about our database? 100% encrypted, secured, 100%. Never heard of. Been in the field for all these years, never heard of. That is the impact. Companies will come to ONPASSIVE because they know that their data, as my big bro, Madi always said, that costs trillions of dollars. They have that confidence that their data is secured. Not only secured, they will not sell them. They will not sell them out like other companies do sell companies' data out. ONPASSIVE will not sell anybody, any customer's data. That's one of customer satisfaction. When you come to ONPASSIVE, customer comes to ONPASSIVE, we treat them like gold. We treat them like respect. Look at our employees. Treat them with respect. Give them cars. Never heard of since I'm working that they give cars for gift. cell phones. How do you call these bikes in India that you know? That is the shakeup also that we are talking about. That is the shakeup that we are talking about. Look at our data center, green. Our data center is green. What do we mean by green? Which is the data center is designed to be highly energy efficient with minimum environmental impact. Minimum environmental impact. We have a green data center. Can you tell me if the other they do? Double backup for power, double backup internet. Tell me. Everything in ONPASSIVE is double backup. Plan B, plan A, plan C, plan D. This one fail will activate this. This one fail will activate this one. Zero tolerance. There will never be a day you even feel it for 1 second that something has happened. That is ONPASSIVE, the eagle. We, the founders, we are eagle. We should be proud of ourselves, and we should be proud what our CEO is doing. Look at our product, OWinners. Tell me which company. Then you come to OWinners, you get every dime. No one dime. ONPASSIVE will not take even 1 cent. Is that not the internet shakeup? Is that not the impact that is going to create? All the 5 million plus billion users in this world will use ONPASSIVE product. And guess what? Even a layman that makes $2 or $3 in Africa that I know a day has something. We use something ONPASSIVE. Opal. Opal. That is our own WhatsApp. Powerful end-to-end encryption. Integrated with virtual. Empowered with what? Artificial intelligence. That's going to boost what? Boost the network from 2G to 4G or even 5. No interruption when you are talking using virtual. That is what we are talking about. That is the internet shakeup. And OPAL can take between 10 to 20 people on the same line. That is the impact that we are talking about. That a layman can lay his hand on our product. A layman can lay his hand on our product. You cannot beat that. That is the internet shakeup. That is the internet shakeup we are talking about. When all our products are empowered with or embedded with AI, comes with their own security. The technology that we use to our data center, the fiber optic cable that is connected to our servers with a laser, we cannot beat that. The speed alone and the brightness, we can't even talk about that. That is the internet shakeup that, with the impact that we are talking about. That companies will come, there will be no interruption. Price good, brightness, all connect is there. They can talk, auto translation, dual screen sharing. Like Marcel said that Zoom, they're on live support. They're on live support. Yep, I agree with Marcel on that. ONPASSIVE will sell. ONPASSIVE will sell. Let me say this again. We will sell. Company, I will be thirsty, like the CEO said, that thirsty. They are thirsty, and they will run and run to come to get our product. It will be Black Friday. Our mall will be jamming. It will be Black Friday. Our mall will be jamming. The virtual mall, because people will be rushing to get our product. Antiline, I want to say thank you, and I'll leave it there.
Thank you, Oliver. That was mind-blowing. Appreciate it. All right, now we go on to our Q&A. This is our time where we want to hear from our attendees, and this is how it's going to work. We will want you to stay on the topic, and the topic is ONPASSIVE, the impact of ONPASSIVE on the internet space, right? So what we want to hear is anything relative to that, right? It's a very, very broad topic. What we don't want to hear is support type questions. Support type questions, for example, are, I'm having trouble with my password. It's not accepting, the back office isn't accepting my password, or I can't remember my username or my email address. That kind of thing belongs with support. Okay, so as long as we stay on topic, we'll be good. We will be asking you to raise your hand if you'd like to speak. It can be a comment or it can be a question. We just ask you to be aware of your time. So we believe that you should be able to express yourself in 1 to 2 minutes. And if we can stick with that, we're good, and we'll be able to hear from a lot of people. So we're going to begin now with questions and comments from the attendees and participants. So if you want to ask a question, we would ask that you come to the panel, right? And make sure that your first name and last name and country are showing, right? All right, so we're going to begin our Q&A. Raise your hands and we will call on you. We will ask you to unmute and then you can begin speaking. It's a very broad topic. Okay, while we wait for people to warm up to the Q&A and comments, what we're going to do is we're going to have our panel of speakers come to the interview, and then we're going to just have a little discussion among ourselves, which will provide, I think, some inspiration to our people here, you know, because it's just a matter of actually kind of warming up to what's going on. So we have Collins. Let's bring in Oliver. Oh, sorry, I took Collins away. Let me bring Collins back.
You want me to start, Lynn?
Yeah, would you please get us
Yeah,
warmed up?
yeah.
My goodness, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're talking about impact. And when you talk about income or impact, you always have to talk about the money, at least I do. And when you look at ONPASSIVE and you look at all the products that ONPASSIVE has, I know we're initially coming out with 9 or 10 or 12, whatever it is, but there are many, many more than that. And as we think about ONPASSIVE and the available market that ONPASSIVE is going to have as they go into the global launch, the product global launch, it really is extraordinary. And if I think about it very, very conservatively, the first year, the available market, in other words, the amount of market that ONPASSIVE could take, I believe, and again, I think this is very, very conservative. And remember, this is coming from me. It's not coming from Ash or anybody else. But I believe our market will be over $2 trillion. In other words, if we came in and we took the whole market with all the products that we have, it would be annually $2 trillion. There has never been a company in the history of business that has come into the marketplace and had this kind of market that they could capture. It's never been done before. And it was done because Ash Mufareh has put together these products that are extraordinary, superior, lower price point. People are absolutely going to love them. How much of that market will ONPASSIVE take the first year? I don't know. Maybe they take 10%. By the way, that's $200 billion coming into ONPASSIVE. Maybe they do 15, maybe they do 20, maybe they do 25. I know Mr. Mufareh is very, very good at what he does, so I don't put a number on that. I don't know what it's going to be. But the sheer size of our market, and really this is for everybody that's here, because you're going to understand what's going to be coming at you. This market is so massive, and you can talk about any other company out there. They will not have the market cap that we have simply because they've got 1 or 2 products. ONPASSIVE, starting with 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever it is, by the end of the year, I'm not sure what it's going to be. And then you add the hard products into that. And that's why when I say I believe it's very, very conservative that our market cap is right around $2 trillion. What does that do for you and I, those individuals participating with ONPASSIVE? And I'm going to leave that with you. Just let that spin around in your imagination a little bit, because it's a very, very big number. And then understand, Mr. Mufara, he is the best of the best at what he does. And when he goes after a market, it's like everything he's ever done. He does it better than anybody else has ever done it. So what's going to be coming in the first year? I don't know. But our market cap is very, very large. And Mr. Mufara is very, very good. So let that kind of saturate into those gray cells you have. And when it does, you're going to get very, very excited over the next 2 or 3 months. It's going to be a fun time. I hope that made sense, guys.
Yeah, to me.
And
it
again,
did.
that's just me speaking.
No, but that makes sense. And I think that if we look at each of our products as being a standalone company, I think we just think of ONPASSIVE, it's just one company, but really, I think Marty said it before that each product is probably going to be in a multi-billion-dollar niche. Is that right, Marty? Am I about right in that neighborhood? In multi-billion-dollar niche. So if you add them all up, we got how many products, and more coming every month or every year. We're going to have more and more. That adds up. And then, of course, we're not even considering the revenue generated by our data center. Even if we don't include that, it's huge already. So thank you for explaining that, Mike. So we get the big picture. It's huge. What's coming is huge. All right, we've got Gladys Navarro. We would love to hear from Gladys.
Thank you so much, Lynn, OWinners, Tech Pros, and all the attendees and our leaders. This was a great presentation. I've learned a lot as always at OWinners. And I would like to just say something about the expected or the anticipated impact of ONPASSIVE on the internet. I think being that we are AI embedded, our security is assured on the side of ONPASSIVE. And then the way ONPASSIVE will do its business, it's going to be very efficient and accurate, because most of the tasks are going to run through AI. And this is going to save especially companies money. Instead of having too many employees working on tasks, redundancy and slow. And sometimes we know as the service sucks. Sometimes you go to buy something and you don't like the service where you are going to buy things. But because of the chatbot that we have, and because our business has been humanized, AI is able to collect data to help us. Anything that the customers will come in to buy in their transactions, they will be able to be handled well, and that will give a good customer experience. And this is going to go across the internet. It's going to go viral, which is going, I'm sure, to attract more people, more customers to come to ONPASSIVE. That's all I wanted to share. The improved user experience and saving money and time. Thank you.
Thank you, Gladys. Those are all very good points. Right now we have Oliver who would like to say a few words. Come on down, Oliver.
Yeah, Mike Elliott also just blew my mind now when he talks about if numbers. I know Madu will be loving me. Madu will be loving. But please, when I don't know if people got what Mike Elliott just said about trillions of dollars. That is true. I'm seeing less than 2 years for ONPASSIVE to make that money. Why do I say that? When you look at, we started in Dubai, the marketing on the 30th of March in Dubai, the whole of that region is gone. Look at the market that is there, is gone. When you look again, go to Australia, look at that end, Australia area, the market is gone. Come now, we are in India. India is where our tech, Bangladesh, Pakistan, that region, how many billion is there? India is around 1.3 billion. Look at the market there, it's gone. Go to Japan. Before coming to Europe, by the time you come to North America, Look at that. Just look at the market. Then Africa. Look at that market. Tell me why we should not make between $1 to $2 trillion in less than 2 years. We have products that other tech companies, their own products are not in some of those regions. That we are in 196 countries already comply. We are compliant 196 countries. Tell me, look at that market. Just look at that market. Tell me why with products that are above market value, we don't have minimum value products. We have above market value. Tell me which company will not use it. Tell me which layman that makes even it's $20, $10 a day will not be able to afford it. Mike Ellis, you just blow my mind with that, and that is true. And let me leave it there.
Anybody else want to chime in on that? Okay, I see Bob Takusi's here. Let me add him. Hello. You can speak.
Yes, Mike Ellis is opening our minds. So one area that I just wanted to highlight, I'm very, very fascinated with OConnect. I'm fascinated with OConnect because I use some products that are similar to OConnect. The two primary products that we use in the corporate environment is either Microsoft Teams or Cisco WebEx, So OConnect is something that I relate with a lot. There is just no comparison. So when we talk about the video conferencing space, I don't know if there's any video conference platform right now that can come anywhere close to where ONPASSIVE is. But there's one unique thing about OConnect that we have not even been talking about yet. One area, I don't know, I hope Mr. Ash and our marketing folks are looking at it, because when you look at television broadcasting, most of these television companies, they use either Cisco WebEx or Zoom. But every time, if you look at it and you just pay attention, every time that there's a correspondent trying to engage with this with their Zoom or Cisco WebEx, there is always an interruption. There's images freeze, or they cut off. They have to disconnect and reconnect and all that. So when I see that, I'm always thinking about OConnect. OConnect is going to wipe out that market space. You know why? Number one, our connection is with fiber optics, so we have the speed to get to that connection. Secondly, the laser, guys. The laser maintains that connectivity at all times, so it's never going to break. That's one area of the shakeup. Of the shakeup of that space in the internet. And then look at the closed caption auto translator that we have. Think about it in the broadcasting environment area, how that could also enhance communication and broadcasting in that area. That is huge, man. That is huge. And I hope we can take advantage of that and, get into that space and wipe it all out. But there is no comparison. I mean, look at OConnect, look at her interface. Just only looking at it from what we saw, we know that it has been compounded. Look at the security, no limit, scalability, unlimited, I mean, these are things that are going to come in, and then the price. We are going to come into the marketplace, shake it up. I mean, really shake it up. Yeah. So I think we're in a good place. We are fine.
Indeed. I see we have Collins Mana with his hand up. Go ahead, Collins.
Yeah, thank you, Lynn. when Mike Ellis spoke, I was just thinking, and then Oliver to just add a lot. Every time when I sit and I look at ONPASSIVE product, I look at it as a standalone product. And for we to really appreciate ONPASSIVE, we must really zoom in, break it down into pieces, look at individual products. If you can compare that, you can start to, because Mr. Ash Mufara said, I'm not inventing anything. What we already have is what is already in the market, but we are just making it better, superior than others. And that is our unique selling point, because we are already superior than others. So sometimes I will see that I said, okay, I want to take like for like. I look at the first thing I took was ODEX. A lot of people really forget about ODEX. We talk about different products, ODEX. I said, okay, we have what? We have ServiceNow. Let me look at the market cap of ServiceNow. Though ODEX is not in the market. ServiceNow, what they are making, that's a single company, 13 billion each year. 113 billion. We have ServiceNow, we have Remedy, we have all of that, but I look only ServiceNow. Just imagine what ODEX would take, and ODEX is more superior than ServiceNow. I was just looking at when Bob was speaking, I look at Zoom. The money Zoom made each year, they increase their revenue to 1 billion, above 1 billion. That is only Zoom. We are coming with OConnect, more powerful than that. So if you are a founder and you want to really appreciate, no, we are not comparing with them, but just said, okay, we have this product. Mr. Ajmofa is not inventing, but it's making it better than them. Look at what they are making as a standalone product. As Mike Ellis said here, if you think about the revenue that will come, take 10%, will be above $1 trillion, above $1 trillion. Because remember, we are IT company, we make it better, we innovate, we produce each year. We are talking maybe in 2 years, I will be talking about 100 or 200 or 300 products, because IT company develop. Big company come and buy product from us. They use our product, they pay in day out, day in, making so much money. But what will happen? We will be the biggest provider of IT solution. Mark my word, this is what I'm saying. ONPASSIVE will be the biggest provider of IT solution, high-tech IT solution. So I will just leave it there. Mike Ellis, you just like, you took me to another planet.
I have to tell you all that, Marty, I don't know, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, he talked about a particular market, and I can't remember what that market was, but it was absolutely massive. I mean, just massive, massive, massive market. And when I started to put everything together, I mean, those numbers, they just kind of flowed right in. But I think we're right there. If you can remember that market, Marty, I mean, the number you said was unbelievable. I'll talk to you in private, because
I can't remember.
I don't want to say it on this webinar, because the number was, I mean, it threw me off my chair. And ONPASSIVE is doing that, but we'll talk about that later. I'm not going to do it here because the number would just blow everybody away.
Now I'm racking my brain to think what it was, because I listen to Marty all the time. So I'm trying to remember what that was.
Well, I heard the number and I fainted. So I can't remember the niche he was talking about.
Oh, that's awesome. OTech Pros, be sure to look at our chat. And Marty, look at our chat, please. Okay. All right, let's now go on to Joyce Hicks of the United States, and she has something to say to us.
Hello, Lynn. Thank you. Hello, everyone. OTech Pros, thank you guys so much for opening up our minds and making this so understandable. Love you guys. Appreciate you so much. Mike and Marty, thank you for always coming in and just blowing our minds as well too. So Mike, what you just said just really blew my mind, and just trying to wrap my mind around what you're saying and what ONPASSIVE and these products are going to do for us and for the world. It's just going to make things so much easier, so much better, just using so many products today in my job. And it's very difficult trying to connect one product to another. I'm not very techie, so you guys make it so understandable, but trying to connect everything together is very difficult, but ONPASSIVE is going to make a world of difference. And then, Mike, what you just said, it just blew my mind. And then it made me think about breathable income. Oh my gosh. What is this going to be able to do for not only for us, but for humanity, for the world? I mean, we're just going to not only rock the internet, but it's going to rock the world. So, wow, I'm just so over the top excited. And if everyone could just wrap their minds around what's happening and what's taking place and what Ash has done, we're going to lift up humanity. We're going to lift up the world. We're going to change things in a way that is never seen before, as it's been said so many times. And I just get like so emotional and over the top. But you know, if we could just take this time and believe and trust the process, you guys, we're going to go way beyond the top. And our ears are already popping. So I don't even know how much higher we can go, but I know we can go even higher. But thank you all for everything that you do. Really appreciate you guys. And it's great to be on this webinar as well, too. My first time speaking on the webinar. So just really thank you for having me, and love you guys and appreciate you. Can't wait to meet everyone in person and just to hug you and love you so much. Love you guys. Appreciate you.
Just love you to pieces, Joyce. Everybody can relate to you. You're so down to earth, and we just love how you speak and how you share. Thank you so much. All right, now we have Abraham Paosi from Mali. Come on down, Abraham.
Hello, Lynn. Can you hear me,
Hello.
please?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, good evening and love from Bamako. Mind-blowing, that's what we've been saying. From the subject, the impact of ONPASSIVE in the internet space, right? All what has been, contributed is mind-blowing. But I want to move, a step forward. We can have an evaluation of the impact of internet in our present day life when we compare from before the advent of the internet. We know how internet has impacted our life in the different domains. So I'm asking myself, what will be the impact in our society after ONPASSIVE impacts the internet as it is today? And I think that for us to have an idea, we will need to, conduct a study, maybe a few years after ONPASSIVE really launches. That's where we can have an idea. In fact, a fraction of an idea of what may be the impact on the internet and on our society. And I think that for auditing, in fact, for the purpose of evaluation, maybe there will be a group to work on that and then to see from the impact what needs to be redirected, what needs to be reinforced, what needs to be reoriented. So I think it is a very good subject for research. Thank you very much. That's my contribution.
Thank you, Abraham, for your contribution. Appreciate you. Now we go on to our leader, Niraj Dalvi from India. Good to have you here, Niraj.
Thank you, Lynn. Sorry, I could not get the background poster, but I hope that's fine. So I just joined right now, and the topic looked very interesting: impact of ONPASSIVE on internet. And I have a totally different idea, so I hope you are able to relate to it. The first thing that is going to impact internet is adoption of a business model. More and more companies are going to adopt our business model because they will find out that not only are we winning, but the consumers, the users are also winning, and there will be uh, so this is the main thing that is going to happen. Next, our company is going to make more millionaires than any other company. So that is going to impact also. Like a normal person will also become a millionaire because the earlier the design was that maybe you had to have a big team and all that stuff. to be really successful, you have to be a big leader, to be a millionaire and all that. But here, a common man is going to win on internet, and that's a huge change that we are talking. Everybody talked about many products on passive. I want to talk about the free app that Ash has talked about. The free app, let me tell you, with the help of free app, the founders or any other consumers will be more connected. Let me give you an excellent example, and these are real-time examples. Right now, as you know, we all are founders. Today, when I connect with people, I connect with various kinds of people, and that is without an app. Now, with I just wanted to give you real-time examples. Number one, I connect with an auto rickshaw driver. I'm talking about a very uh, low level auto rickshaw driver. I connect with an hotel owner. I connect with a tourist operator. I connect with a digital marketing person. Now, what is going to happen tomorrow when someone you require a particular service? The first thing that you're going to approach are those people. So indirectly, without the apps itself, I am actually getting leads. Now, with the advent of app, we will be able to connect with each other. And on internet, it was very hard to find out leads, but with on passive, with the vast database that we have, and we are going to have much more, we are automatically going to have leads for any kind of service, and that is really amazing. uh, the world is going to become one, like it was, like even the backward areas of any backward areas of any country will now be connected using the services of on passive, and that and the world will become one. World will be more connected. So, and also lastly, Ash has talked about he wants to develop a role model for education. So, the education somehow is not the best in the industry right now. So, definitely the real education where people are, where children are given education in the right way in the technology age, that is the way the education is going to become, is also going to change. So these are the things which I personally feel is going to impact internet overall. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I can see you did your research. Amazing, Niraj. Thank you. We now go to Marcienne Himabu. She's our co-host tonight, and she would like to say a few words.
Yeah, thank you, Auntie Lynn. And thank everyone. I am not a pro tech. I am not an engineering. I'm just a layman person, just getting everything on my head, just like spinning up like other people I said. So a lot of time we are looking, all of us are looking at ONPASSIVE, what we are going to gain only on the money perspective. We have been winning already. How many of us 2 years ago did not have anybody to talk to? And today we have 1 million plus people that we communicate with around the world. How many of us 2 years ago cannot go out and sit in public to say good morning to somebody? Today, almost that I know thousands of people have come out from their shadow. Those are a big gain. That's a change. ONPASSIVE have already right now turning our life around. You know, how many of us are just happy because they know that their tomorrow is going to be better than their today? I believe that we are, because as for me, I am. I know someone is working for me very hard. I know it's just a matter of time. I'm going to be doing what I want. And I don't have to do nothing but just be happy and enjoying and allow me to enjoy my life. How many of us have that dream? A year ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, or even a week ago, for those that they just walk in. We didn't. So I know that we want to have that apple so bad, but look at what you are having now. If you don't enjoy it now, when the apple come, I don't know how you're going to enjoy it. You have to learn to enjoy it right now. So when the apple comes, you just add it on what you already know, and then you have a plan. We have to be patient. This is a massive, massive, massive integration of everything in our life. You know, change is not easy. Change never is not easy. And sometimes we want to have it right there. But remember that when you have it there, when he come to go, he go right there too. But if you take time to prepare, to test and know that it's okay before you save, your guest will always come back because it was not a rush. You did not rush it. So I just want to tell us that let us not look at it too much where we are going with all the money we're going to have. We have so many things that we have win, we have gained in ONPASSIVE. And all of us here, we know that one way or another. And I am so pleased that I came to be a founder in this company, something that will never happen again. I know if I am not around today, the generation behind me, they will never, never regret my coming to this world. But 2 years ago, that was not the case. I remember the day that old Mel came out, and Uncle Oliver, I was talking with him because I always call him most of the time to ask some question. And he was directing me how to go to my OML and try it. I cry. I cry like a baby. I was crying because for me, it was like, I just have a child. What am I seeing? And he's keeping telling me, you are fine. I was crying. I did not do this with Yao. I didn't do it with Gogo. I didn't do it with Hotmail. I didn't do it. This is, we can write a book, my brothers and sisters. We have story to tell. We are not coming to webinar just to sit down and listen to say, okay, Ash is telling us tomorrow is going to give us money. No. We have so many things that we are learning. And that's why this journey is just a fantastic journey for me. I'm enjoying it at any moment. If I can dance it, I will let everybody know the reason I'm dancing, because I'm a founder of this great company ONPASSIVE. I give the balance of my time to somebody else. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Marcienne. Always full of enthusiasm. Appreciate you. All right. I see we have Bob Tukusi who'd like to say a few words. You can unmute. Unmute.
Do we have time?
Yes, certainly.
Okay. So no, really quickly, one other aspect of the shakeup that we haven't really talked about, or the internet shakeup or the impact. You see, Mr. Mufara has brilliantly done something in the setting up and the creation of ONPASSIVE. That is going to shake up the world for generations to come, and a roadmap for any other company that is going to want to attempt to be great. They will never come close to ONPASSIVE, but any company that is going to try to want to be a great company like ONPASSIVE is going to have to follow that roadmap. Guess what it is? Oh, bless. Do you think there's any company that is going to try to launch to the world globally like ONPASSIVE has done, will not create a crowdfunding application similar to Obless? Remember, OBLES is our flagship product. It is a product that is going to propel. That is the deeds of OBLES is going to push ONPASSIVE to at every corner of the world, right? So every company that will want to try to launch globally or try to imitate, because we say try because we don't think it's going to happen. You know, they'll have to do something like an OBLES, and guess what? That uplifts humanity. That is the mission of Ash Mufara. Remember, Mr. Mufara's primary mission is to uplift mankind, every single one of us from all corners of the world, especially in the underdeveloped and the less privileged areas of the world. He wants to uplift all of us. And then he comes in, creates this platform, ONPASSIVE, 1.4 million founders. 1.4 million founders. The founder number one, I don't know if that's OP admin or Mr. Ken Russo, whoever founder number one is, and founder number 1.4 million, 455, whatever the number was, which the last founder, which is Bhatina Lakshmi Devi of India. All of us are the same. In the eyes of Ash Mufara, we are all the same, guys. You know, that's the template for the future. Every company, we want to emulate that. You know, that's another shake-up. Every company want to come in and try to emulate that. They will never get it, but that's just the roadmap that Ash Mufara has set for the world moving forward, including the impact of ONPASSIVE, which is beyond our own imagination. We don't know yet what that is, but this is way beyond, even Mr. Ash Mufara, the impact of this, our ONPASSIVE, is far beyond his own imagination. Every corner of this globe, every corner, even from the village where my father was born in the mid-30s, is going to light it up. That's just beautiful to know. Thank you, Auntie Lee.
Thank you, Uncle Bob. Before we go to Parvesh Kaushal, there's a question in the Q&A, and I'm just going to read it to you, and one of the OTEC pros can take it. One or more of you can take it. He's saying, please briefly contrast for us lay folk, what are the technical, visible, experiential differences between V4 and V6 internet? I guess he means IPv4 and IPv6. What's the difference? Its expected lifespan before the next ONPASSIVE upgrade. Is there a need beyond V6? And if so, what could be the justifications? So we could probably say it in a simple way, in a non-techie way, for lay people to understand. Who wants to
I can
take
answer that.
Sure.
Yeah, I read the question. I think the person got confused about IPv6 and IPv4. So the IPv4 is Internet Protocol. That's the short way, Internet Protocol version 4. And then you have IPv6 is Internet Protocol version 6. Everything has a version. You know, it's just the name of versioning. So for instance, you can create something, but you must provide the version of that thing. So version 4 is about 10 characters. So it's just numbers. And the numbers, if you look at it, the Internet Protocol is a thing that gives you access to the internet space. It's a number. So it's just, I will not even share my screen. I can show you the number because you just have like 10 dot this, dot that, dot that. So it's just a number that gives you access to the internet. That number means something. It's a web. You know, it gives you access to the World Wide Web. And then, but because of the security, let me say version 4 is almost running out. So if you look at the number of these devices, every device has an internet protocol, because if you don't have it, you cannot have, your device cannot connect to the internet space. So just imagine you have a household. Vincent explained that last time. You have about how many gadgets? Say 10. You come with a family, especially in this modern world now where children has iPad, phones, all of those things. They have all those IP addresses, so you can connect. Now, say a family of 10 gadgets. The world is about 5.5 billion internet users, and each household, you go sometimes when the device broke, that's it. You cannot modernize it again. It's just there, lost. They have to give you new one. So IPv4 now, it's like if you look at the total number of population, we are talking about 5.5 billion. If you look at the total number of gadgets, maybe it's about trillions. So we're already running out of that version. Now we say, okay, let us bring a modernized version, IPv6, that can take trillions of people. So what will happen now? This one is more secure because it's alphanumeric, all of those type of things. It's not only numbers, but it's alpha and numeric. But it can take trillions of people. So the question now the person is asking, what happened? Will they move again? Yes, if it's short, they'll come with a new version. The world is going more digital and more complex. If they discovered, if they feel the need of having some extra version, especially when IPv6 start to run out, Internet Protocol version 6, they can say, okay, let's have Internet Protocol version 7, and this will be more again, unlimited and stuff like that. That's just the simple answer for that. The Internet Protocol give you access to the World Wide Web. So I don't know if my brothers want to add something to make it more simple.
Yes, I believe Marty wants to chime in.
Yeah, I do, but not with what he's saying. I just want to add something before I'll go after if anybody's got anything. I just wanted to add something at the end. I can do it now. Listen, everybody, all our life you go in, you look at the history books, you read about Edison, you read about the Wright brothers, you read about Ford and all these people, Elon Musk, what do you think people said to him when he landed the booster rockets back on a ship floating in the ocean? They called him a nut. That's what they thought. And they told him it couldn't be done. We're with a man that's doing things like that right now. And we're not watching a movie. We're not reading a history book. We're in it. We are part of it. That is the most mind-blowing thing of all. When you go by or you're meeting somebody there, you're in this novel. You are in this epic film on Passive. You should be proud of that. I know I am. I know most of you are. But that's the big deal. That's the big deal. Because remember, everything we said tonight, we're probably wrong. It's probably better. Now, wrap your head around that. Anyway, that's all I have.
Thank you. Let's go now to Parvesh Kaushal. You can unmute yourself.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to everyone. Myself, Parvesh Kaushal. I am from India. So today's topic, impact on passive. How will on passive impact to internet? So this is a very important topic, and on passive will really going to change the whole world by internet. So first of all, I would like to thank all the leaders who contribute their best and share their best knowledge with all of us. So we always talk about the equal opportunity and equal resources for everyone. So ONPASSIVE is the platform where we can get everything. So I'm always looking for the platform where I can enhance my skills, enhance my capabilities. So this is the opportunity which this is the opportunity in my life where I can utilize my all the potential and contribute towards the society and the mankind. So I always learn so many things from the webinars which I attend live, or I also attend the webinar in the backend on YouTube. So this is really going to change our whole life. So this is the platform where everyone can get the chance to grow their self equally. So this is really great opportunity which we have today in our life. So for this opportunity, I would like to thank Mr. Ash Mufari sir, who is really a good person. He is a visionary person who always think about humanity and all of us, all of the people around the world. So we can all together contribute good for the society, and similarly we can do so many things for the mankind, humanity, and we can also contribute a lot of things through OBLESS. So this is the platform where we can help all the persons, all the needy ones all over the world. So special thanks to all the leaders who are who are the part of this webinar. And I would like to thank to Mr. Neeraj Dalvi sir. I really learned so many things from him. And I also like to congratulate all the founders all over the globe. So we are really in it to win it. Thank you so much. Back to the host.
Thank you, Parvesh Kaushal. Good to have you here. It's early in the morning for you, isn't it? What time is it?
It's 8:40 a.m. in the morning.
Thank you for being with us. All right. I don't think we have any more hands. Want to offer our co-host an opportunity to say any final words? Anybody want to speak before we wrap up? Go ahead, Colin.
I just have something to say. I know Niraj said something. Before I answer that question, it was just in my mind. So Niraj talked about different company will come in trying to learn from us, our business model, and, they will follow us. It's a great idea, but the first thing that came in my mind, IT company, do they have the heart? Because to really replicate our business model, you must have the heart. You must be able to provide value. You must put customer first. The reason why most IT companies fail, not because they are making money, that's great. They cannot do it is because they don't put customer first. They are after money. What can I get from them? What can I get? And that's why they will always go out, do something as quick as possible because they want to suck money out of us. So to look at our business model is great. But do you think they will be able to develop OBLESS and say, yeah, we will give 100% of the money that is coming in for a good cause? If it was so, GoFundMe would have done it. Because they talk about blessing, but actually they don't bless. This company are multi-billion-dollar company disguised in the name of blessing. They will never ever do it because the first thing they come online to think, or any business IT company, the first thing, how much can I get? Not how much can I give. But Mr. Ash Mofara flip it the other way. How much can I give? And that is where it will blow everybody's mind. And a lot of people, that's why they always ask him, are you crazy to give all this to people you don't even know? Are you really mad? Nobody of, no matter how your head is okay, you say, no, I'm not giving it. Even to bring from last webinar, I said, it is difficult for an IT company to open their door for founders because, companies can open their door if they want to milk from you. But if they know they will not gain anything from you, there is no need bringing you in. IT company don't have the reason. Mr. Ashmore don't really need us to be successful. He can be the world richest man, but he wants to give everything away. That is an internet shake-up where you provide so much value for nothing. Founders, nothing. I remember Peter Rogers said the time is coming where people will look at the way you live. They ask you, how did you get there? You said it was $97. They will never believe you. Just tell somebody it was $97. They will never ever believe you because it is too good to be true. That's ONPASSIVE for us. So I will leave it there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Collins.
Yeah, Lynn, I've got just one little thing to add.
Sure.
Okay. Joyce Hicks, you need to keep speaking. You're very, very good. So just keep it up. Okay. That's it.
All right. You can unmute, Joyce. I unmuted you.
Mike, thank you so much. You are just so encouraging. I really appreciate you and everyone else. Wow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Hey, Joyce, you always speak to our hearts. I don't know what it is about you, but when you speak, we hear. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Lynn. You guys are so kind. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You really uplift me and encourage me. So, okay, I'm not crying right now.
We love you. All right, now we go on to Julie Wynn. She would like to say something to us. Go ahead, Julie.
Thank you, Lynn. I really have to agree with Mike Ellis. Joy Hicks, you got to keep going, girl. You got to keep talking, stay more and do a lot of your life. We love to hear you. The way that you speak is full of heart. I just wanted to show up here to remind everyone tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time, New York and Canada time, there is a meeting with our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufarad. If you are a founder of ONPASSIVE, and if you're currently joining us through some of the old positions, and if you haven't plugged in, this is the time to do that. So tonight, before you go to sleep, or if you just got up in the morning, make sure that you set the alarm for tomorrow at 3 p.m. Our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufarad, will be there to speak and give us whatever he's willing to share with us tomorrow. It is so very important that we all stay focused. I believe that this is something that we talk a lot in our lives, our live streaming. And it is also something that we're heading to a beautiful, right? Our journey is beginning to another phase. And we are heading to such a beautiful, beautiful journey. Always keep your beacon of hope bright, happy, and excited. Stay focused is the most beautiful thing, because what we are heading right now is something that we cannot imagine, that we cannot literally put our head around it. It is beautiful where we are, and we do hope that you feel blessed. If you are a founder of ONPASSIVE, I know we are live stream right now. We do hope that you feel blessed, that you are giving a most treasure, the most beautiful gift that ever giving to humanity. I believe this treasure will stay with us forever. And it is because the way how ONPASSIVE built within the products, within the heart and the mind, the people around ONPASSIVE, the people, the leaders, also our CEO, they have putting, and the tech team, of course, they have putting their tireless hours in their day to sacrifice to build our future. So I believe tomorrow it's going to be another beautiful meeting with our CEO. So I'm encouraging everyone, if you haven't done so, set your alarm. And I'm not telling you to take a day off. I'm just saying, if you can be there, let's pack the room tomorrow. Thank you, Lynn. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Julie. Appreciate you. Okay, now is our time for our reminder about webinars coming up, and also about our thanks. Thanks for people that help us with this webinar. So I want to say that, okay, we got the corporate webinar tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, as Julie Nguyen just said. The link is posted in the back office right now. We also have, late night chat. That's me and my husband, Rob. We do a late night chat at midnight. And tonight our topic is going to be, what was it, honey? Oh yeah, breathable income. Breathable income, that's right. And that, who coined that term? None other than our leader, Chris Johnson. So we're excited about that topic. Come and join us. Then we have Friday Night Live at 8 p.m. on Friday. Then we have OTech Pros, 11 a.m. on Saturday. This is all Eastern time. Then we have the Papua New Guinea webinar. That's Sunday at midnight Eastern time. And then we have Heroes webinar, which is at 1:30 p.m. on Sunday Eastern time. So those are all good webinars, and we hope that you'll take the time to attend at least some of them. Now is our time to say our thank yous. First of all, we always thank the person that opens up this webinar and enables us to use the corporate webinar, and that is Marty DeGarmo. Thank you very much for live streaming and recording for us every Wednesday. We appreciate you. We also would like to thank Mike Ellis, who was our primary speaker today, always coming here with enthusiasm and good information. And it's really easy to digest information Mike provides to us. I've always depended on Mike personally to guide me in ONPASSIVE. His many videos over the years have been a godsend to me and to many others, I believe. Thank you also to Julie Nguyen, who just spoke and announced the corporate webinar. Thank you to our leader, Niraj Dalvi, who shared important information with us. Thank you, Gladys Naboro, who talked today as well. We want to thank John Barilla. He is our chat monitor, and he usually works with Listra together, and they monitor our webinar chat, as well as the various YouTube channel chats. And that's a very important function. Thank you, John Barilla. We also want to thank Mara Aquino, and she's the one that's making our graphics. So the beautiful graphic you see behind me, which I'm going to unblock for a second. See, she even has DJ Skipper on it. Cool. And she's such a sweetie because she tries to give us new Zoom background so we won't get bored. Isn't she nice? And then she does the promotional graphics for us as well. Thank you to our hosts of this webinar, Bob Takusi and Oliver Fonte. They're the ones that plan and run this webinar. Thank you to Marcian Hemabu and Sylvie Wanji. They're the greeters of the webinar. We appreciate you. We also want to thank the people that help promote this webinar. And maybe we don't see them visibly, but I do because I'm on social media and I know who's there promoting us. And there are quite a few of us helping to promote this webinar. So thank you. Thank you to Jerry Tamfor, also known as Skipper, for doing live music for us. I just think it's such a special touch which is added to our webinar. We appreciate you, Jerry. And we want to thank Mr. Mufara. And Mr. Mufara spent quality time with us tonight in my YouTube channel chat. He's engaging with the people in my chat, and that's special. You know, he's a very busy man, but he tries to take the time to come in when he can to drop in on YouTube chat. So we appreciate you, Mr. Mufara, for doing that. And now we go on to the prayer. And at this time, we want to let you know we will be having a very, very short prayer. But if it's something you don't want to engage in, you're free to leave at this time. All right, so now we're going to take it to Father Bless to do our prayer. Thank you, Father Bless.
Thank you, Auntie Lynn. Thank you, all the leaders in the house. All you have said tonight just inspired me the prayer of gratitude. And I want us to share that prayer. Let us pray. I will speak in the first person, but it is each of us. I am extremely grateful for all of your blessings in my life, Lord. I pray that you remind of just how blessed I am, and that you never allow me to forget to show my gratitude in prayer and return acts of kindness. And may the Almighty bless you and protect you. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you. Love you all.
Amen. And I also want to thank Collins. I don't know how I forgot to say Collins Mana's name. Thank you, Collins, for being here because it's late for him and he comes here quite the time. Yeah. Same with you, Father Bless. Same time for you. It's when you are usually asleep. So thank you. Appreciate it. All right.
We're in the
now,
same country, Collins.
yeah, same as Collins, UK. That is right. Okay, so let's now take it to the gallery.
Auntie Lynn, we forget also that we have the Singapore webinar tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning.
8:30 a.m. Singapore webinar.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And what we're going to do now is unmute everybody, take your time, say your goodbyes. See you next
Goodbye from Houston.
Goodbye. Love from
Goodbye,
UK.
everybody.
Goodbye.
Night, everybody.
Good
night,
everybody.
See you soon.
Bamako.
Good night. Good night. See
Night.
you tomorrow morning.
Morning from Bamako.
See you, Marat. See you in the morning.
Bye.
See you.
Morning.
4 9 hours.
And a good
Good
morning.
night. Accept our condolence.
Yes, Uncle Bob. Our condolences to you.
Good night. Thank you.
Goodbye, all. Good night, all. Good night. See you on Late Night Live.
Hugs and love from Edmonton.
Thank you, Andy.
Late night chat. Late night chat.
Good night, Abraham.
Avesh, thank
Night,
you.
Sister Gladys.
Thank you,
Good
Gladys.
morning, Father
Thank you,
Bless,
Marcian.
Collins,
Thank you
and
so much.
Abraham.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Good morning to
Thank
all the
you.
Indian
Good
in the
morning,
house.
Wonderful
Abraham,
webinar.
Singapore.
Bye, Marty.
Thank
Bye,
you,
Lynn.
Francis.
Singapore.
Thank you, Bridget.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Sylvia.
Kaze.
Coming.
Good morning,
Thank
Father
you.
Bless.
Good morning,
Have a blessed
Collins.
night, everyone.
Shining you,
Good
Joyce.
morning.
Thank you,
Good night,
Collins.
brother.
Collins, thank you so much.
Thank you, John
Good night,
Beretta.
Joyce. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
morning, Harry. Or
Thank
good
you,
night,
Jimmy.
Harry.
Thanks,
Thank you,
John.
Marty,
Father
for
Bless.
being all
Cat monitor.
present.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
Pat.
welcome.
Good morning, Collins.
Pat Parent. Thank you so much.
David Pigo,
bless.
thank you for your support. Thank you for coming.
Thank you all. Good night.
Thank you for having
Francis,
us.
Dave
Thank you,
from
guys.
Singapore. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. Be on passive.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
DJ Skipper,
Good
thank
night,
you for the
Pat. Thank you.
Goodbye,
music.
everyone.
Enjoy it.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you,
X from the far right.
For
That's
being
right.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, and good night.
Good night.
Night, night.
Night, night.
Good
Thank you
night.
all. Thank you.
Thank you, girl, for your presence.
Bye.
Peace.
Good
No
night.
Thank you,
bye.
Sylvie. Good
No bye.
night.
Good night, guys.
Love you
Thank you.
all.
Hey,
Thank you,
Joyce, tell
Marcian.
Melvin I
Sign
said,
off.
what's up?
I'll tell him you said, "What's up, Marty?" He can't wait to meet you. He's just so ready to meet you. I'm like, one day we will do it.
Mhm.
We're waiting for you to get that big house so we all can come over.
Oh,
Time.
yes.
So,
Time
Yeah,
is coming very soon, Joyce.
You're
yes,
at the
it
top.
is.
You're at the
Yeah.
top of the list, Joyce.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I can't wait to meet everyone.
Boom, boom, boom.
Awesome.
Say
By
it.
God's
Boom,
grace.
baby.
That's right. Say it, Marty. Say it.
Say it.
Say
You,
it.
Say it.
you gotta say it.
Say it.
Gotta say it.
Yeah, the unicorn's right here next to me. Say hi. Hey, everybody, what's happening?
Hey.
Ah, what a beautiful webinar, man.
Oh, that's
I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. Thank God I sleep standing up. Say it. Standing up. You darn right. Love you all. See you later.
Boom,
baby,
unicorn.
boom.
Thanks for gracing our presence.
Mhm.
Hi,
Thank
Amy.
you. Thank you.
Good night.
Such a great family.
Good night. Beautiful
Good night.
Good
family.
night,
Yeah.
everyone.
Bye now. Bye.
Night.
Bye, Chris.
Oh, see you. Oh, see you later.
See you soon.
Goodbyes. I
See you
make
soon.
love perfect. So everybody has a chance to say bye. So
Yes.
pretty good.
Bye.
Thank you,
Everybody had a
Liz.
chance,
Thank
right?
you,
Meet
Lynn.
another
Okay,
day.
good.
Yes,
Because
yes. Bye-bye.
everybody's special. You know, you all are special. So we don't
Same
want to.
place next week.
Yes.
Yes.
Same time.
Same time.
Same time, same station.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
come join us on Late Night Chat. It starts in half an hour. Come join us. It's posted in the back office and it's on my YouTube channel. Come and have fun. Talk about breathable income.
Okay.
It's a great topic. That's
Yes.
an epic term. I think we're going to be using it for like decades, maybe forever. That term, breathable income. It's pretty cool.
Yes, it is. Thanks,
right.
Chris Johnson.
Everybody, you take care. We love you.
Night,
All
night,
right. Love you
everyone.
guys. too.
Love you
Good
guys.
night.
Love you.
Bye.